this guy's ridiculous. And that's fine. This lady came up to me after a seminar, and she goes, there's a big group of people, and she walks in, and she goes, I did not come all this way to listen to your Jesus. But in that seminar, I never used the word. I said God and, creator and all this. And I said, hi. I go, I'm Christopher. It's nice to meet you. And she goes, nice to meet you too. But seriously, I didn't come all this way to listen to your God. To learn about your Jesus. And I said, well, thank you for sharing, that opinion. And I said, real quick, excuse me. And there's, 15, 20 people. And I said, did I say Jesus? And everybody was looking at me like, no, you never said Jesus. And I go, so what was that? What were you saying about And she's like, well, I came here. I don't want to learn about your God. And I said, look, I am really appreciative. I value that feeling. I see you, I hear you, I feel you. And here's what's cool about this. I'm the speaker. Like they told me to tell the people how I did it. And what gets me excited about you, because you're like brand new here tonight, you're a guest? That is so awesome. So what's exciting to me is that when you get to the top, you get to teach how you did it. Isn't that awesome? So it was really nice to meet you. You get to say how you did it. Y'all, can we just stop being so lame? Is that all right? I mean, it's like, just have some patience. Don't be so stupid. I mean, really, come on. The next one is time freedom. What do you want really bad? Something that you want, like for me, I want a Tesla. But I'm not getting it until I can pay cash for it, right? It's an expensive car. What do y'all want? Just some fun things that you want. Anybody? Shout it out. What? Okay, travel. What else? Huh? Yo, okay, first of all, real quick. Scary, what's happening right now? I said, what do you want? And it's like crickets.
I want a big fishing boat.
Like, what the heck do you want? Do you think about what you want? You lay in bed at night thinking of, like, you got to get emotionally involved about what you want because you start to broadcast to the universe, and the universe responds in kind. You got to get fired up about what you want. You got to know what you want. The universe loves specificity. You got to know what you want. No? What? I want to take control of what? Good. I want to take control. What else? But y'all, hold on, listen. What? Okay, good. I want to be a millionaire. There are people that have a goal to pay the light bill. Okay? No, been there. That should never be a goal. That should be a responsibility. Goals should never be a need. Because needs don't invigorate our emotion. Needs constrict and restrict the energy that we need to create. See, at the end of the month when you're like, oh, I need one more sale, I gotta get one, you're choking the sale that you need. Are y'all with me? Because that oppressive, you're literally, whoosh, you're pushing this energetic force field around you where the good that you desire was already coming to you because that's how the universe works. But now you've got this wall up, and that one sale you needed, which was like 13 feet away, hit the wall, went in a different direction. So we've got to get motivated and fired up about the things that we want. Those things will come to us. That which we desire really does desire us. And by the way, desire in the Latin literally means from the Father. I mean, come on, if you feel that desire swelling in your chest, that is God-given, God-ordained. You should get that thing. Right? And by the way, desire is the emotional manifestation of probability. You get that? Desire is the emotional manifestation of probability. In other words, if you feel it, and it like Napoleon Hill talks about the white hot desire. You want it, and every night it's I know it's coming, and this is so exciting. When you want it so bad, Not so bad that you're like, oh, it's never happening. I want it so bad. I don't mean like that. I mean, oh my gosh, this is so great. Like that. That feeling is the emotional manifestation of probability. In other words, and this is a belief, take it or leave it. You guys get to decide whether or not you're going to receive this. It sounds like this. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. Okay? Sounds like that. So if what I'm saying to you doesn't work for you and you're like, I'm going to poke holes in it and the air starts coming out, then don't hold on to it. Let it go. Maybe I'm just some lunatic from Idaho. You know? I mean, what do I know? I'm a rookie. I'm 46. There's some people in here they got this stuff figured out. I'm just trying to do my best. Where was I going? Yeah, that emotion. Okay, so now I want to talk about what do you want? It's okay to desire stuff. You know what? You can be rich and feed the children. It's not either or. What do you want? I want to know what you want. What do you want? Why? So you want a huge building in Seattle. That one has never made my list. Okay, it's great. And you get to want what you want, right? It's good for you. Yes, sir.
I want enough money to help others and ride my bicycle all day without being bothered.
I love that. Have y'all seen that video of the guy who skates in Southern California? He's an old guy. You seen it?
Yeah.
They think he's like mentally deranged a little bit. What do they call him? No, they like give him a nickname.
Yeah, there is a nickname for him.
You know what I'm talking about?
I saw it, yep.
But like people think he's like a homeless guy. He's made tens of millions of dollars in his years. He's a very prominent doctor. One day he just realized that his life sucks. He's like, I can't stand the rat race. Yeah, I got a Porsche, but I got to work 20 hours a day to get it, to pay for it. I got this big mansion, but I have no time freedom. So he like rearranges his whole life, and now he just skates every day. Yep. Literally, he does this. He gets on one leg, and he just skates for hours. Rollerblades. And people, they say hi, and they did a documentary about this guy, right? And if you want to just sell everything and go skate on the boardwalk in Southern California, you should. Because that is a father. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you have that desire, you should be able to do that. What did you want? You were going to say. Okay, reach people's story. You got a good story, unique story? You want to reach people's story. You guys are being so... I want you to be shallow, okay? Y'all are being way too deep. You're being way too deep for me. What? Thank you. There's some beautiful yachts around here. I mean, I was looking out. I was at the pool looking. Yeah, thank you. Looking at the marina. And these boats, some of those boats have to be, $1 million. I mean, maybe more. I don't know. And I could feel that pull of the Father. You know what I mean? Like, those are awesome boats. And here's the thing, y'all. Try to craft a sales pitch. Literally, write the script for why you don't deserve it. Yeah, but we see the sad thing is we've never written the script, but we have it memorized. Yeah? We have our stories for why it's not going to work for us. What I was trying to do, actually number 3 is money freedom. The only reason you, Amy, and I, is it you and me, you and I? The only reason you and I don't have a yacht, the only reason, is because we ain't got enough money. Right? But what if you had more money than the yacht cost? Could you get the yacht? Yeah. So why don't we have the yacht? We don't have the money. I love what Jim was talking about, how he wanted this car, and his mentor said, well, why don't you go get it? And he said, I can't, it's too expensive. And he goes, lots of people have that car. It's not too expensive. You just can't afford it. You know? Is that good? It's not too expensive. You know how many people have that car? They're everywhere. It's not too expensive. You just can't afford it. So you see, we've got to break free here so that now, because this is the foundational principle, mind freedom. Understanding that the Matrix was not just a movie. Where do you think it was inspired? It was based upon a true story. Okay? Once we break free here, now we can start working on time freedom and money freedom. And we're not going to talk about these things, but there's health freedom. Does that matter? Yes. What good is a bucket of money and no health? One of the saddest things I've ever seen was a charter bus pulling up to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, and out walks a bunch of geriatrics dragging oxygen. It's like, okay, first of all, when if I thought like them and I was going to retire and then go see the world, Vegas is low on my list. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like really like this is the pinnacle. You know what I mean? It's like I worked for 40 years and we did it. We're in Vegas, you know. Secondly, I don't want to be on a charter bus with a bunch of crocodiles. With love, I'll be a crocodile at some point, right? Okay, with love. Think about this. Most people don't think about where they want to be when they're 80. Because why? Get this in your notes. Because we live life by default, not by design. Because we spend more time planning our weddings than we do planning our life. That's why we wind up on a tour bus going to Las Vegas when we're 73, dragging oxygen. Because we allow life to happen instead of happening to life. My dad used to always say, son, don't let life push you. You push life. You're the boss. You push life. Woman said to me once, she called me up, she said, hey, I wanted to let you know, every night for 21 years I put myself to sleep with a bottle. I've been a terrible alcoholic. You probably know, Chris. I've been really inconsistent. But I just wanted you to know, it's part of my recovery. I'm kind of coming out and letting people know, I'm sorry if I was inconsistent in your world. I'm going to my meetings several times a week, and I'm doing everything I can. Here's what she said. And she said it from the most pure place, but it's so typical of the mindset of most of us. She said, I can't wait to see what life has to offer. Do you see the challenge there? No. What are you going to offer to life? Don't wait. We can't wait. When are we going to die, y'all? We don't know, so what are we waiting for? That's crazy to wait. You can't wait. You got to do it. You got to do it. Do it now. Okay? So health, you want to have your health, emotional. Anybody ever known anybody in emotional bondage? It's some of the worst. I'm like, look, man, hit me here. Don't hit me here. You know what I mean? Like, don't mess with my emotions. Don't hurt me in places that don't bruise. You know, you want to hurt me? You want to come at me? Like, stay out here. Stay away from this. Right? And when you find yourself in emotional bondage, not just an emotional hit, I mean bondage, where somebody got you emotionally. Y'all know what gaslighting is? Sociopaths, narcissists. You know, some of y'all. Not y'all, I was going to say some of y'all want to marry or divorce to some of those people. Emotional freedom, spiritual freedom. Let me tell you what I started doing. My whole life I was always taught to pray, 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 pray. I still pray, but I've added something to my daily experience. I meditate. And if you study the term prayer, what it meant originally was to meditate. Yes, that's right. Meditate. And so here's how I used to do it. I used to kneel down and say, Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for my blessings. And he was killed by his ex-girlfriend in a very barbaric way. In a despicable, near unforgivable way. And I cried, and I cried, and I cried. He was supposed to be in Cancun on an incentive trip with me and Legal Shield. And he didn't show. And I'm calling and calling and calling and leaving voicemails. It became the highest profile murder case in America. It went longer and got more airtime than the O.J. Simpson trial. Right? It was a big deal. Many books were written about it. I wrote a book about it. And someone asked me how I felt about this woman that killed my best friend and my business partner. And I meant what I said. I have incredible compassion for her. And I love her like I love anyone. Because a sane person could not do what she did. And what she needs is compassion and help. Now, she might not be safe for society. I don't know. That's not my thing. Now, she's serving a life sentence. She'll never get out. But someone asked me, have you forgiven her? And the answer is, of course I have. Because being mad at her is like drinking poison and hoping she dies. I refuse to give that person any power in my world. I had to forgive her, not only for her to some degree, but for me. I had to forgive her for me, because she had power over me. And when you start to live life at this level, it gets better. It gets better because you're not all tied up in hate and anger and vitriol and rage. And you're just, you're free. That's what this is all about. So there's this unconditional love. We don't get to love our kids and hate the person that killed our best friend. People go, oh, yes, you can. You know, I've had people tell me, you're crazy. There's something literally wrong with you. She took him from you and she snuffed out his life. You know what's cool? She didn't snuff out his life. Because we wrote books about him and they became bestsellers and the world has now been impacted by his beautiful spirit. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Light always wins. Light always wins.